that, oh, our market union, they have forced us to shut our shops every Monday. There was nothing like that. Whatever arrangements within them in their market, out of respect and as a sign of a protest for the unjust treatment that they have meted at Nnamdi Kanu, as the political class who have used this Nnamdi Kanu's issue as a political leverage over time, including Soludo, right? There is no record that people in that market are protesting or complaining. But as an African man in that sense, his own solution is to cut off the head completely for the symptom of headache. He didn't have to go there and have a conversation with the union or talk to the traders and understand from what point of view they are indeed choosing to ignore what is their regular daily business, right? Out of whatever choosing. He didn't try to find out. So Onitsha main market and Anambra state government will lose money on Mondays. So the right solution then is to shut it for 1 week. So let's lose money for the next 1 week, right? Instead of like, guys, what happened? We talk this from the point of economic side and even from your own side. In a way, nothing like that. Nobody they complain, oh, or Soludo needed to prove something to some people somewhere that we have no idea of. And suddenly, by the way, the governors now control the military and the police. Remember, when it comes to security, they will tell you that the Nigerian governors, they don't control the police. They don't control the army. So you cannot expect them to provide security for you in that sense. They need state police before they can provide proper security for us, right? But when it comes to something like this, Soludo could easily commandeer soldiers, policemen, and their trucks and station them at the market. Start monitoring anybody who try to open the market in the next 1 week. I don't know how much billions the economy of Anambra State lost in the, lost from that Onitsha main market split at home issue, right? But with this effort now, there are people who believe that this is like cutting your nose to spite your, what's it called? Cut your nose to spite your face or something, right? Because whatever you felt you lost in a day, and you are willing to lose for the next 1 week, and even committed resources to ensure that you actually lose for the next 1 week. Economic professor. So this morning, the traders returned, of course, to the soldiers, hitting at them at some point. And guess what they started singing? Nnamdi Kanu. Oli, oli, oli. Something that was never really occurring in the market until Soludo started with his Gestapo style. Soldier, what's the call him? Commander, Major, this morning.
This whole main market and all.
If you don't have any to akata ipata na chiazo, ibnu moto no mo. If on the marpata lafia. If you have bank, I want to allow good boys a bank chapa to Porogono. When can I send no bank cover to Porogon?
Open your cigar, come out.
Olejiri.
When do you have?
Mande.
Why hear your address? Why hear your address?
I'm actually the Marsago. I'm actually the Marsago.
Okay, that you know.
They don't allow anybody at all. They don't pick anybody. Everybody is stranded in Aya. I know get a Bible so security agents that are surrounding also. Everywhere the very rowdy. What on the eye quick by any people on the outside. If I try by any Maya, not trying my everywhere clean. Look at people, everybody is stranded. Traders, everybody in the market is stranded. Onitsha is very rowdy this morning. So, this situation of Onitsha this morning. Soludo sure another means that get resolve all this issue instead of this way. To consider the safety of the people first. Because of that, I only open happy business here. Man, I want to get this to life here for the sake of. So let's use another approach.
Life at Iweka Road. Ndaya na protest in Onitsha. Aku check out the population at Karigo. Obi ade guys mwa. Obi ade immense mwa. Abajigo me market guys akujigo me road. Ewe ba na eje. Iwe do. Peaceful protest, yeah.
Happening life in Umahi alone. The syndicate. Fully support. Sit at home, we know they close down. Why did you add the wrong? And what about in a job Monday? We are going nowhere. We are not going anywhere. And what about in a job Monday? Sit at home continues in Anambra State. Our free crowd, guys.
That is why they will never conduct a referendum on Nigeria issue ever. Because apart from the politicians who believe that they have managed to spread their fear, and by that, they have broken the people enough that they do not really have that fighting spirit anymore. So they could speak on their behalf. They could speak for us. Tell us what we want, not by actually asking us. The reason why the owners of Nigeria will never conduct a referendum or even allow it to be part of your constitution is because if people were asked if they wanted to be part of Nigeria or they want to be out of Nigeria, there is a chance that more than 80% of the indigenous people spread across Nigeria, right, would want something different from what is currently being, practiced. We tell you, Nnamdi Kanu is, IPOB is this or that. With all that propaganda, people knows those who are after their lives because they live there, they live this reality every day. That they have decided to just probably, keep quiet since they have realized that those who are supposed to protect their interest are now those who are after their lives, allowing those who wanted them to go extinct to come in and perpetrate all these killings or what have you. They know. But when they get pushed, like what you're currently witnessing, they will tell you how they feel. And they will always tell you too, right? That no matter what you put out there about Nnamdi Kanu, okay, he is completely different person to them than it will ever be to you that is being fed with a lot of propaganda. And for a reason too, Because there was a time that somebody like Soludo was speaking on behalf of the Eastern Nigeria until he became part of the system fully himself.
We are one of the countries under the red alert list. And so it hasn't worked. The concoction hasn't worked. The 36 state structure that we have today, Ofodile argues very forcefully that this current 36 structure is contrary to the instruments of surrender of Biafra. That there are 3 conditions that they agreed on the instruments of surrender. One of which was that the Biafrans said, we accept the current structure, which then was a 12-state structure. And that B or C of it was that any future change must bring all Nigerians on the table to agree. And that these were the things they signed at the instrument of surrender, but that the military unilaterally subsequently changed the structure without then the participation of the other side. And he argues that this is against the instrument of the surrender, and that no wonder the Southeast has been marginalized out of it, 5 states out of the others having 6 and 7, as the case may be. Now there is the issue of unitary fiscal federalism instead of the 1963 Republican Constitution on fiscal federalism. There is the expansive exclusive list and having overpowerful Abuja. The development process is a trickle down from Abuja to the rest instead of a bottom-up economic and development arrangement. The census and revenue allocation that disadvantages the Southeast, we are one of.
That was the time when, it was still that intellectual, the characters that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu called the intellectuals. They speak impeccable English. They dress so smart. They have very, very rich, enviable CVs. They are so educated. But the moment they taste from that water of Nigeria, they are willing and ready to do every other dirty job. They will do the talking as well, including talking down on their own people, just to keep their own place at the table, right? So Soludo is not surprising. Another clown is Devil Umahi, who also used the systemic killings of Igbos suspected to be the IPOB supporters or members, just for him to get a place in APC. And since then, he's been moving mad. Umahi, he was with some community, right? He was with a community in Ebonyi just this past weekend, as it was recorded, right? And Umahi was blaming this community that they didn't tell him that they needed good road. He struggled to get to their community because his son is now running to be a local government chairman in Ebonyi State. Then he blamed them that for 8 years, why didn't they tell him that they had bad road? Right? Then his son, then he went on, well, I think I'm going to make them in bit by bit, okay? Umahi.
I was very displeased coming through this road, and I have all the leaders of Shiri to be blamed. Because while I was in the office, people should have fought for this road to be done. That's so. Why you getting me? So you'll be fighting yourselves, personal interests and everything. But I must commend Oguzure in particular, because at least he was instrumental working with me for the exam, through Oshiri to Onitsha to be done. And I thank Governor Wilson very highly. He has, taken a section of this road from Oshiri roundabout down to Zoo. It is ongoing right now as we talk. I told him that this one is coming to where, he said, okay, let him finish the one. I said, no, I want this one. So he has promised me personally that he's going to start this one in January. Before I conclude this laying ceremony, let me advise all communities. All these things are in Azogari, House of Assembly, Luturani, Chairman, Luturani, these things are all rubbish. Put your votes together to support a governor and a president. It should be collective interest. No House of Assembly or Senate or Rep or Chairman has the capacity to do anything for you. It's only the governor and the president that has capacity to do something for you. So put your votes together. Don't allow any non-entity to jump out. He's in a laboring, party. He's in a, turn-up umbrella party. To deceive you again. Ask all of us, the one I need again, what have we done for our people? So it's no longer about personal interest. It should be collective interest. When people ask me, do things for me, so I just do things by the grace of God. But somebody is Zara, or Zemena, or no neighbor. When we exclude that community completely, then no one will support Ojemede uniform. I believe so. Now so. And it's shown that Alim Piriaka Wofla. No one else would have done it better than him. Is that okay? Yes. If you didn't get, support him so that all of us will get. Not be so? Then you see the president. Let nobody come to deceive you. When the time people man to be president, are they here? Okay. To deceive you. Spirit of God, that I lay this foundation stone. And whatever is born of God overcometh the world. Yes. And Lord, I do this with all.
Umahi. And his son, who is running to be a local government chairman under the APC, that's their party in Ebonyi now. Okay.